All right, what's going on, everybody? So Misfits 20 just finished. If I'm being honest, I wasn't too thrilled with the card. It wasn't very good overall, but there was some good fights. So I'll be going through all of the fights and breaking them down and giving my reaction to them. Real quick, before I get into the video, 92% of you guys aren't subscribed. So if you like boxing, influencer boxing, or MMA content, I post 3 to 4 times a week on this channel at least. So make sure you subscribe. I appreciate you. All right, so the first fight wasn't a very good start. They were talking about how this is the first fight of Misfits of 2025. It's going to be a banger. It was not. It was very bad. It was BBCC Gareth versus Cack Hat. Now, Cack Hat was not ready to offensively fight in that fight or defensively fight in that fight. I said he had bars. I appreciate his rapping, but he was not supposed to be in that ring. BBCC Gareth was just putting on the offense, and that's all he really needs to do because Cat was just standing there, just taking punches the entire time. And he called out Chase Demore after getting this first round knockout. Please don't do that. Please. I'm so done with these sloppy heavyweight fights. We have some good ones like Big Tobes and everything, but damn, bro. Heavyweight is looking dull right now. We need Wade to go up to heavyweight because he looked pretty good, but we'll get into that. So the next fight was Adam Brooks versus Gavino. Now, this one was a little bit of an upgrade of a fight. Gavino was not ready to box either. He had some of the most unique head movement I've ever seen in my life, literally just going, ooh, ooh, just absolutely just dipping his whole body down, which it worked a couple times. I'm not going to lie. He avoided some punches, but Adam Brooks ended up dropping him with a left hook in the first round. Oh. He's going for it, though. Oh! Yikes. I will have to give some credit to Gavino, though, because he really was game. He was going in, throwing hard punches, really just trying to put on as best of a show as he could. He knew he was outmatched, and he still went in there and tried his best, so I respect Gavino. He ended up quitting in round 2 because he gassed himself out in the first round. I think he was just a rhino, putting his head down and just winging punches, obviously getting dropped in round 1. So, respect to Gavino. Adam Brooks was just way better of a boxer, and yeah, great scrap. All right, next fight was Sammy Hamed versus Ziggy Johnson. Now, this was a squash match. I think I called it in my prediction video that this was going to be a squash match, but literally every single flush shot that Sammy Hamed landed knocked Ziggy Johnson down. Before the fight got called off in the first round, Ziggy Johnson got knocked down 3 times. I think 2 from a straight right, and then the last one was, I don't even know. I don't even remember, to be honest. This was a very forgettable fight. I definitely think that Sammy Hamed needs to face somebody with a lot more of a tough challenge for him, because I didn't even see the point in this fight, to be honest. Yeah, it gets him a win in the win column, but it was obvious that the guy was not on his level by any chance. Sammy Hamed also didn't do anything ridiculously impressive, so there wasn't much gain of this fight besides a record, like a win being added to your record. So I want to see Sammy Hamed versus better competition next fight for sure, because I just felt like this fight was a waste of time. Now, here's a fight that I didn't even think was happening until like shortly before the event, because I'm not in this UK lore between these two of Lil T and Afghan Dan. Now, this fight is exactly what's wrong with influencer boxing. I'm not going to lie. Afghan Dan probably spun around about 20 times in that fight. His reaction to getting punched is to do a full twist, like 20 different times. The ref took a point from him because of spinning. This fight solidified that this might have been the worst undercard on Misfits so far, because fights like this were the trend, and this was just awful. Sure, Little T didn't look that bad. Sure, I could bring something out of it. He didn't look that bad. He looked game. He said that he wants to fight again, so he's funny. He is very funny. Lil T is very, very funny, so he could be a star in the scene, but that fight was a shitter, man. I really wish that didn't happen. Okay, and now for one of the better fights of the card, which was a bit disappointing because the decision ended up being a draw, which was a straight robbery. It was Carla Jade versus Melanie Shaw. Now, Melanie Shaw caught me by surprise. At first, she seemed a little bit sloppy. She was controlling the ring well from first, but it was a bit sloppy at first. But over time, she was really starting to time Carla and tire her out the entire fight. She was putting on the pressure the entire time. She shows great ring generalship. And I don't know how they gave that fight to Carla. I don't think she won a round. She might have won the first round and that's it. I'm being so serious. Melanie Shaw 1-4-1 in that fight, in my opinion. She was applying the pressure the whole time. She was landing the better shots. Carla Jade was really just keeping her distance away and jabbing and missing her straight right hand. Melanie landed some pretty hard shots a couple times in that fight. Shout out to Carla Jade for being tough. I hate that the crowd booed her like that. I know she doesn't have the best attitude about it, but she was still game and didn't give up and had really good cardio to be on her bike that entire time during the fight. But yeah, man, it was a pretty good fight. Melanie Shaw impressed me. I think she has a place in Misfits if she wants to be here. Carla Jade said she would give Melanie Shaw the rematch, so I would like to see that, to be honest. I think it would be even better now that Carla Jade's more used to it and with more training. I think it will be a very good fight because they have some serious beef still. So it was a good fight, especially for women's standards, and yeah, I can't wait to see that rematch. Okay, so next fight was Ty Mitchell versus Tommy Hench. Now, this was a pretty good fight, too. It was a pretty good scrap. Even though Ty Mitchell was very dominant in this fight, Tommy Hench brought the energy, and I really appreciated it. He wasn't the greatest boxer, you could tell, but he had the core fundamentals to move his head and throw looping shots. But Ty Mitchell was way too slick, man. Every time there was a looping shot, he would step out of the way, change his angle. He had his hands down, basically relying on flow state since round 2. He got very confident in there. He had very slick punches, very slick head movement, very slick footwork. He definitely is a world title, like maybe not a world title contender, but he could be. I could definitely see it. He has very elite skills. He called out Idris Virgo. I would like to see that fight because we haven't seen Idris against a real pro. And we have just seen that Ty Mitchell was a real pro. So I definitely want to see that fight. I think it was in round 3. He landed like a gazelle left hook when the guy was basically running away from him. Ooh, stiff jab. Oh, it's going to be over. Oh, shit. Which was pretty bad. I actually felt pretty bad for Tommy Hench, but it's boxing. It is what it is. Ty Mitchell looked very good. Tommy Hench wasn't on his level, but I would love to see Tommy Hench versus Idris Virgo. I've said that already, I'm pretty sure, but I would like to see it. He called out Idris Virgo. They had a face-off, so let's have that fight next, for sure. All right, next fight that got me hyped up, it's Wade Plem versus Masai Warrior. Let's fucking go, Wade. Let's fucking go. That shit got me so hyped up. I don't have any of my reactions because I delete reactions that when like there isn't a knockdown or anything. But I was so impressed with Wade, dude. Oh my God, his movement was so good. His head movement was good. He did great staying out of range of Masai Warrior's punches. He had a nasty 1-2. He would make it look like it was going down to the body and he would bring it upstairs, cracking Masai Warrior a couple times. He did gas out in the last 2 rounds and got caught a couple times. But he showed that he could take a punch too, because Masai Warrior definitely landed some hard shots on him. Didn't even budge that much. So shout out to Wade. Wade, if you're somehow watching this, I've been watching your channel forever. I am so proud of you, bro. No homo, bro. No homo. I am so proud of you, dog. All that talking that they did, saying that you can't box, you don't know what you're talking about, you just proved them all wrong, motherfucker. Let's go, Wade. Let's go, bro. Wade Concept Team all the way. You know what? And he fucks up HS. Turn me up, Wade. Because when I, like I said, his boxing fundamentals are crisp with BJ Flores already. And HS just relies on his athleticism. If we get a more fit Wade with more experience, and maybe a long time because HS has to get all of his BS settled. But HS versus Wade, I feel good about Wade. With another camp, give me Wade against HS 1,000,000%. Let's go, Wade. That hyped me up, bro. The combination work. He even showed a nasty left hook, by the way. They rocked Masai Warrior with in like round 3 or 4. Dude, that shit got me hyped up. I kind of wish I saved some of my reactions because I was tweaking the whole fight, cheering on Wade. So proud of him, bro. Great performance. And look out. I think we finally got a good heavyweight. Future heavyweight champion, Wade Plum. Watch out, Chase. But seriously, though, Wade showed some real power. I think Masai Warrior actually has a chin because he landed some flush shots. Especially in the replays, flush. And there's only one problem with Wade. I'm going to do it to you because you're the breakdown guy. When you were throwing those straight right hands, there was nothing right here. There was nothing right here when you're throwing them. And I know in the heat of the moment, it's probably impossible to think about that. Especially in your first fight. So I'm not going to give him too much shit. I'm so proud of you, Wade. Let's fucking go. All right, now the main event of the evening. Holy shit. I predicted that Darren Till was going to win. But I was not expecting that. Holy crap, Darren Till looked good. First of all, Anthony Taylor's strategy, maybe it wasn't his strategy, it was just how Darren Till was fighting, but he was on the back foot the entire fight. I feel like that is never a good idea when you're the smaller fighter. You have to initiate the conflict and get under his punches. But Anthony Taylor really didn't ever have the chance. Darren Till was just sniping him with that straight left hand that was extremely powerful. You could hear it even over the recording, how hard he was punching. He was catching AT with that uppercut, which he dropped him with in the fight.
There in the past, but not against a guy like Darren Till. Darren Till is going to be more experienced in the clinch, stronger in the clinch.
Oh, shit! Holy shit! Huge uppercut! Which AT was able to get up from, but it didn't really get better from that. There was a point where AT like busted up Darren Till's nose with the overhand. There was a point where he was landing a little bit better, but Darren Till just started teeing off on him, eventually getting him out with a knockout with another straight right hand, or straight left hand, I'm sorry. And by the way, I was able to get my reaction to the first knockdown, but because of my dumbass phone saying I don't have any more space when I delete all my footage of my other videos, but I somehow don't have any more space, I missed the reaction to the knockout. Once again, I missed reactions to the finish of the main event. It happened to UFC with Kai Asakura. Now it's happening again. You know, it's just my luck, but it is what it is. Darren Till with a great performance, very dominant, and I want to see him versus Tommy now. I know I said fuck Tommy Fury, but now it's a little interesting. Even like KSI versus Darren Till, he looks very good. Like, who does Darren Till face after Anthony Taylor, after smoking Anthony Taylor like that? A guy that's beat Salt Poppy, who's supposed to be top dog around here besides KSI and Gibb. Like, Gibb is not big enough for Darren Till. Like, I really don't know. That's very tough to see what's next for Darren Till, but we'll see. Yeah, so Misfits 20. To be honest, not a great card whatsoever. But seeing Wade and Darren Till's performance made up for it. The women's fight was pretty good too. Adam Brooks put on a show with Gavino. Shout out to Gavino for putting in the work, by the way. So yeah, I was very disappointed in the event. Let me know what you guys thought down below. I'm in a bit of a rush because the Lions are on in about an hour. Then after that, I have to film a video for UFC instant reaction. So I'm going to be up till 3 a.m. for y'all. So make sure you subscribe. And that should be it for y'all, man. I can't wait for Misfits 21. Thank you guys for listening to me yap like usual. God bless all of you, and peace out.